Now, before I start off this review, I just want to give a really big thanks to Matt Torrey, the director of this film, for offering me the chance to review this movie for him. I am extremely humbled and flattered, and I'm pretty surprised that he actually came across my channel in the first place. But once again, thank you very much. I'm really glad that I was even considered. Hi, I'm Tyler, and I'm here to let you know that We Make Movies is No Perfect Movie. So We Make Movies is a mockumentary about a group of college-age people who spend their summer making a film for them to enter into a local film festival. The director, Steven, played by Matt Torrey, his awkward assistant, Donnie, played by Jordan Hopewell, and his actors Jessica, Garth, and Leonard, played by Anne Crockett, Jonathan Holmes, and Zach Slord. And everyone experiences the ups and downs, mostly downs, that come with making a movie in the first place. The mockumentary style that Matt Torrey shoots this film is utilized in a way that definitely saves time and money not having to do multiple camera setups, but it also makes the timing and delivery of certain jokes a lot more funnier. There are many moments where a character says or does something completely out of the ordinary, and then the camera would either pan over to another character looking shocked or annoyed, or that other character would already be in the shot on the other side of the frame giving that exact reaction. And watching the joke and the reaction in the same shot lets the audience focus more on the jokes being delivered as opposed to the shot reverse shot technique where you have to readjust your focus on each new shot. And what I loved most about this movie is how the story and the jokes both celebrate people who make movies in their backyard with their friends or parents as actors and anything they can find in the house as props, while also acknowledging that as you get older, it becomes a much more frustrating process and your finished films become a lot more cheesy and dated as time goes by. Anyone who grew up making movies with their camcorders or 8mm camera can identify with how these characters are using lamps for lighting, or using toy guns or painted pieces of cardboard as props and sets. But they can also relate to the fact that everybody, whether it be your best friends or even your mom playing a part in the movie, are trying their absolute best to help you and have fun, and that trying to make your movie as best as possible can sometimes lead to people acting too much like perfectionists and putting the movie's quality higher than the people who are trying to make it with you and have fun with you. Matt Torrey does a very natural job in portraying the most egotistical, shallow, and obnoxious stereotype of a Hollywood director in that he holds himself in the highest regard of a director with an artistic vision, despite the fact that his film mostly rips scenes and lines of dialogue straight from what he thinks are the greatest movies ever, and he's just paying homage. And Zach Slord, which, if I got that name wrong, I'm terribly sorry, also had some pretty legitimate funny moments involving how seriously he takes himself as a method actor, to the point where at one point he says, "I'll be in my trailer," and then it cuts to him sitting inside a U-Haul moving trailer in their driveway. While most of the jokes do work, there are many moments that feel a little bit too drawn out, especially during the first 20 minutes where they're introducing each of the characters and setting up their personalities. And I feel like you could have trimmed down on scenes of them just going to a house to invite someone to make a movie, where as opposed to showing the car ride over, them walking up to a house and knocking on the door, you could have just cut to them knocking on the door and we would have pieced together that they're there to invite someone to make a movie. And while most of the actors do a good job, I wasn't really a big fan of Anne Crockett's character. It's not necessarily that she does a bad job, it's just I'm not a big fan of the type of character that she's playing, someone who's completely disinterested in what they're doing, not expressing that much emotion, and I don't really find that type of character very funny. And I feel kind of bad saying that because Anne Crockett doesn't really consider herself an actress. She actually works with children on the autism spectrum and is working on a degree in speech and language pathology, and as someone with Asperger's syndrome, I salute you in that and I hope you have a very successful career. Not every joke lands, and sometimes the performances can be a little too amateurish, but the jokes that do land, the actors who are consistently entertaining, and the story itself help this film be a great reminder that no matter how much money you have or who is there for your cast and crew, it's who you're making the movie for and who you're making it with that matters the most. And for that reason, I'm going to give We Make Movies a 3.5 out of 5. Guys, thanks as always for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and once again, thank you very much to Matt Torrey and the cast and crew of We Make Movies. I had a really good time watching this movie and a really good time reviewing this movie for you guys. Take care.